little bit. Just
Can
so.
I ask you about something else you posted on your Instagram?
What's that?
What's good with that band kids chain? How'd you get that back?
What's that? Band Kids chain?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you talking about
Lil Mosey's
Lil
little
Mosey
thing,
chain?
thing.
The
I,
diamond,
look,
the diamond
I
tester.
have to
That
ask. Like, I
motherfucker said
can't
nah.
not ask you. You done posted it on your Instagram and you didn't delete it. So,
Shit, what had happened was he got robbed, and then I basically know, I don't know if he got robbed, but something happened. Y'all seen the video, like it was on World Star shit. It was his little partner. One of their chains got took or whatever happened. Some of my little partners like fuck with dog, like my little videographer homie. Then R.I.P. my homie Kari. He kind of like helped discover him and shit. That was my little partner for real. And so I reached out to them guys on some just like, yo, I could probably get your chain back. If I didn't even know I could really, but and shit, they didn't, whatever, they didn't respond or whatever. They was just like, yeah, for sure. I don't know. Then kind of like played me to the left a little bit in terms of like it's good, like whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. I didn't hit him directly because I don't know Lil Mosey, but long story short, bro, right here the chain ended up falling in his lap somehow. So he hit me like, hey, I got his chain. And I'm like, that's funny because I just told them guys a couple months ago we could get it back. So I was like, wow, this is funny. So then I hit them cats again. I hit like, little buddy that be with him and was like, bro, we got his shit back. Like, we trying to give it back to you. Just tap in with cats. Like, it's love. We don't want no money. Just like, so then motherfuckers kind of ignored motherfuckers again. Like, nothing. I'm like, I'm trying to give you the chain back. Then I think Jay hit him up too, trying to give it back to him, and then I don't know, like cats be busy doing their thing. I get it, he's a young cat. He probably
The shit was
busy
fake
touring,
though,
whatever.
dog?
Yeah,
Shit was fake.
He tested it. I was like, bro, that shit's fake. I'm like, oh, that's too funny, bro. So I don't know, bro. I just felt like kind of like.
do you think that's why they was dogging you because they didn't care?
I felt like they kind of had their nose in the air, like kind of like
Shit.
And I was like, we trying to like y'all first of all, y'all getting robbed, making the town look bad. Y'all making us look crazy. Like,
Interscope
you represent
Records?
Seattle, even if you ain't from Seattle or you from where, you know what I mean? You still represent Seattle. You might be 15, 16, but at the end of the day, if you old enough to rap about guns
Big
and streets and shit like that,
Big
then you
fact.
be
Pull
held
up the
accountable.
with the
Because I
black.
got little partners that's 15, 16. I got their head blown off, and I had to mourn them. And you know what I mean? So that's just not a game to me. Like, everybody like, oh, he's just a little kid. Y'all bullying the little kid. Like,
See?
bro, first of all, we didn't take nobody's chain. We tried to give it back to him behind closed doors.
And was going to get back for the love for the free ski, even if it was real.
And it was just kind of like cats
Because
saying,
we got real jury, we do real things, and this is
Just
no
to clear
cap.
it up, man, you don't get to hear this perspective because people do go with the he's a little kid, but
so-
the man is speaking about what he's speaking about. He's successful and everything, but yeah, he like you
So,
say, he should be
it
held
was
accountable.
just like whatever. So it wasn't even really a big
We
deal
ain't
to us.
tripping.
Yeah,
We
it's
just
just
wanted to,
whatever.
you
We
know,
ended
all love.
we gave his chain back to his dad, right?
Yeah, I
Yes.
But we was going to give it back
It's cool. But
regardless
shout out to Lil
if it
Mosey,
was
man.
real or
Shout out Lil
fake.
Mosey.
I don't got no problem with Lil Mosey, bro. Like I like the young cats doing their shit. It's all love, but it's like
No,
at the
we
end of the
never had
day,
a problem with that
you
challenge.
gotta respect Seattle because he also did an interview where he was kind of like bad mouthing Seattle.
Shout out
a little bit.
Narward for the shout outs on the old
You
school
know what I mean?
artists because
So-
you put them on game.
The young cats from the hood was on him. Like, cats was throwing glass at him at his shows and like they robbed him when he came back, like, or whatever, his partners on camera. So it was like shit was happening. So that's when it was like, bro, like you gotta move right. That's more what less what it was. It was like you gotta move right. You can't be out here just like talking crazy and then kind of just not really paying homage to the wolves from the hood of Seattle, from the Central District, which is the heart of Seattle. You can't get more heart than Seattle, and so that's the one of the original African American communities of Seattle. You feel me? And the streets come from that. So it's like you got to pay respect to the hood of your city. If you don't, then it's just like you moving goofy. So that's kind of like what I told Macklemore too. Like when he was coming up, we sat down a few times and.
You fuck with him?
I mean, what you mean fuck with him? Like, is he
As
my
far as music, would you guys make music? You think that could happen? Is the dynamic there?
I
Can
mean,
you guys
man,
think you
I'm
could do
always
that?
open minded. I don't got no problem with Macklemore. He on the terms of like blowing up and making money and just like he fucking killed it. Like he went, you know what I mean? So I respect his grind, his business shit for sure. But it's just like
No, we're not making music with them guys.
like I'm doing my thing, man. I'm focused with who I fuck with
That shit was fake.
and who I really rock with.
Not,
But it's
and
just
not
like.
that we hating, but we are in different lanes.
Yeah, it's just like you got to pay respect. You got to pay homage, even if you ain't on some hood shit or talking about hood shit. hip hop started from the streets, so you got to pay respect to the hood of your city where you're from.
And
you don't got to pay. You don't got to pay. We ain't asking you. We ain't trying to extort you.
And we ain't broke, so your money's no good here.
Yeah, you can't.
We got
character
our
don't outweigh
man.
respect to me, or money don't outweigh character and respect to me. So to some people it do. They don't care. They just want to rap. They want to float. They don't really give a fuck about the hood or the streets. They want to, just do whatever, So that's cool too. But then certain shit happened to them. Then it's like, then we was like, bruh, come on. But these young cats, like the new era is kind of like, I don't want to sound like an old ass head, but you know what I mean. The young cats, like, they don't really give a fuck. Really, everybody's like, don't really give a fuck in terms of like a lot of the fans.
Did you feel the same way? Did you feel the same way when you're coming in rapping?
No. Because I'm really from the hood for real. So so that shit was different. I couldn't move like that. My older homies would beat the fuck out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and we have.
So I couldn't even think about moving like that, and that's never been my character. I always just paid homage and respect to everything.
I just feel like a lot of the artists that are popping haven't really. I mean, I can't say everybody because Mosey's been through shit, but there's a lot of young niggas. They ain't been through nothing, so it's just like.
It's cool. I mean, it's entertainment. So a lot of rappers they rap in the facade and shit. They in character mode. With me, it never was character mode. I really rapped about my life and I really went through shit. And it's like I'm really lucky to be here for real.
Yeah.
No, that nigga made all that shit up.
It's a